what I like to do is just simply watch and see what it is he's really intending. That's probably the single most important thing I can tell you. Is just what is his intention and how do we join his intention to begin with. Okay, so I'm just going to really join him here. Here goes, boing! Here comes yellow, 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 boing! And blue, and red, and boing! 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 He's still very visual. Hey, wait, you guys are going the wrong. Oh, come back this way, you guys. Hey, wait, what about those guys over there? You didn't get those guys over here.
Come on up, guys.
Come on, guys. Down this way, down this way. Here goes red.
Here goes yellow.
Here goes yellow. Here goes yellow. Here goes red. Here goes red.
It's in the blue.
Wait, okay, now what are we gonna move? Coyote, look what happened. You left me behind. Red is sad. Red wants to go back with everybody. Help me, come on, I want to go back to everybody. What's interesting is his language has moved ahead of his feeling life, which is what he loves. So what I was doing was using his language to help him with his feeling life, his intention. You understand what I'm getting at? And when I did that, oh no, red, red, I was really adding a true pretend. He looked really concerned. He didn't get that was kind of a joke. 17, 18, 19, 20.
Good job.
Good job. If you want him to have good social skills, he's got to have first good social skills with you and the baby. And don't get me wrong, he'll be able to do simple social skills, but I'm talking about, like really sophisticated social skills, which I want for him, and I know you do too. I call it the loose caboose, all right? If you leave him loose and the train doesn't back up and hook to the caboose, he becomes a loose, kind of doing his own thing. You have to back the train up and hook him, and that means where his intent is, and then bring him along. We don't want a loose caboose here, all right? And he's come so far with his language, this shouldn't be hard, but we've got to essentially woo him upward by starting where he's at, and then taking him where he needs to go, okay? He's stuck.
Trying to get away.
Oh, I'm trying to get out.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Can you get away?
I got you.
Can you get away? I'll help you. You want me to help?
you.
Let him slip out. Let him slip out.
Getting away. Wait a minute. Come
Back here. That's it. Perfect. Dad. Perfect.
Come back.
Ow.
Are you getting away? What happened?
No, he's okay. Okay, what now?
You're gonna be quiet.
Okay. Let's be quiet.
But I don't want to be quiet.
Daddy, quiet.
I don't want to be quiet. Can we just talk? Nope.
Bleh.
You're making funny noises.
Daddy, your turn. Mommy, your turn. No, you have to cry.
Nope. No.
Don't cry, Daddy. Smile. Daddy, smile.
Are you smiling?
I'm crying. No.
Can you wipe your tears, please?
Okay.
See, that's a
No
great
more
sentence.
tears.
Can you wipe your tears, please? That's a 6-word sentence.
No more
But you see
tears.
how he doesn't understand it? He thinks it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more
And that's something we have to work on. We have to mess with
that.
him. We have to mess with him, joke with him a little bit.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Daddy, don't pretend.
No more tears.
No pretending.
But those are pretend tears. Are you gonna pretend to cry too?
No.
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 I'll,
Come on, you cry.
I won't cry.
Come on, Coyote, you cry.
No.
Come
I
on.
won't cry.
Okay.
Come on, cry.
Are you gonna laugh? Is that a real laugh or a pretend laugh?
Pretend.
That's a pretend. Coyote. Hey, cry.
No.
Yes.
Laugh.
No, cry.
No.
Yes, cry. I want you to cry. Do
Nope.
I think he's gonna cry. What do you think?
you see this beautiful conversation we're having?
You think he's gonna cry?
I don't think so.
No. Look at
Should I cry?
See, he's pouting.
Pouting just like he was pouting.
I want to talk.
Uh-oh. I think he's sad because he can't talk.
Am I joking?
He's pretending, isn't he?
Yes.
We all pretending.
I'm just pretending.
Yeah, we're all pretending.
Okay.
We're all happy.
What I always say is that when the child goes down, like he does a little bit, he becomes over-focused visually, then go down. Because by going down, you join him. Then you can mess with him. You can see how easily you can bring him up.
Right.
But you want to join him, and you have to slow your pace down to wait like we did. As soon as we wait, he comes right back.
Right.
All right, Mom needs a turn. Daddy, you hold the baby and let Mommy play
Mama's
with
gonna come play with you.
Coyote. Hey, what about me? I want a turn.
He is very hungry.
Here he comes to eat you. You want to give him some food?
Let's give him some food.
That's a great idea. Let's give him some food. He transitions nicely into pretend. Here, Mommy. I think the puppet, Mommy's puppet wants to eat something. Now wait, now go slow.
Can go yuck.
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 You gotta go yuck against the wall. Yuck.
Alligator, don't go yuck.
Go yuck. Go yuck. Throw it against the wall. Oh! Alligator!
Alligator, don't go yuck.
Give her something else besides bread.
More toast.
More toast.
Yuck.
So what we're gonna do is up the symbolic ante here a little bit.
sorry.
Coyote, the alligator doesn't want bread. Give him something else. Give him something else. So here's where you can make a demand on him. It's still well within his idea. No, no more bread.
Not again. No.
And see, Dad, you can step in. You can say, "Hey," you can speak for the alligator or whatever. So you can add a dimension to it if you want to. Alligator, what do you want, alligator? What do you want?
Can I have the pretzel?
Oh, he likes the pretzel.
Go yuck.
No, he's not going to go. Yeah, he likes the pretzel. So you want to break up his rigidity here. You see, he's playing the same. He wants to play the same. He wants to play the same game over and over again, and we want to kind of mess with him a little bit. Yeah, a little theme and variation. Oh, All right. Give him some bread again. Give him some bread. Trick him.
Hey, yuck.
Oh.
No bread.
Wait for his attention.
Oh,
Here, give him some bread. Give him some bread.
Not again.
Oh, yuck. He doesn't like bread. Here's a hamburger.
oh.
You see where you're going with this, okay? Right now, he wants to have you say the same pattern again, and I want you to mess with him a little bit here. Yeah. Okay, now watch him. See, now all of a sudden, he's now doing a visual stim and a drop. You don't like it? You don't like to see that? You don't like to see him visually stimming?
Oh, me? No.
Yeah.
No.
It's like a remnant from the past.
That's true.
You don't want to see it. But he does it, and it's good to see it because it's the loose caboose thing. The more you see it, and the more you join it, the less it will happen.
I see.
So because he likes.
So your idea is to join him in that stimming and try to encourage something else.
Right. You're actually helping him to come back into our world, even though you don't like it. You want to just kind of acknowledge it. Hey! And it's also part of his way of regulating himself because we just took him pretty far out of his comfort zone. And we've been messing with him. And so it makes him feel a little insecure. because we just took him out of his comfort zone, and so he goes back to his comfort zone. You'll see that rhythm a lot. Okay?
What's your name?
Yeah.
You gotta look at him when you're telling him.
My name is Queer.
Coyote.